Y'all ready for Extravaganza 2.0 starting up here? We're gonna start off easy, okay? We're gonna do the last impressions or final impressions of the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro wired gaming headset. I have been using these extensively since they came out across many games, platforms, and then testing them against other headphones and headsets that I have been using. These have stayed on my desk since they came out. So am I still loving them as much as when I first reviewed them? Will I still recommend them? That's what we're going to talk about today. Are they still holding up that good for an actual daily life use headset? Not just a quick review. But you all know where we have to start with any headset review, right? That is with a word from our sponsor. Techne in the Runner Diver Bone Construction Sport Headphone. Now that video just quickly summed up what we're talking about here. This little pair of headphones, headset, whatever you want to call it, has Bluetooth 5.2, IPX8 waterproof, 16 gigabytes of memory, so you can actually store music on this, not just stream via Bluetooth. And then it also has this titanium alloy frame. It's just incredibly durable and really solid. Quite stylish also. And talking about it being a bone conduction headphone right here, we're not gonna dive too deep, right? You can check out the links and do a little more research on it, but it's so cool because it's not going into your ear. I can hear everything around me, you know what I mean? And it's on there solid. Yo, this thing is not budging one stinking bit. And talking about that, again, back to the build, it's incredibly, I don't get worried about it one bit. I need those back though, I'll be right back. Hold on, I'm back. Make sure to go take a look at the Nenko bone conduction headphone right down in the description below. Now back to our Arctis Nova Pro wireless gaming headset here. And yes, we are starting with comfort, and just looking at it, as you see, you have all of that swivel. You have that very nice headband. I honestly like this headband. It's got that silky material. If you can see, before it was just like a cotton material. This is just very smooth, and it just stays cool on the head. As you see right there, it does clip on right there. So you got a couple of adjustments with the headband, but you also now have that traditional adjustment there. I know a lot of people wanted this in the old ones, so really cool that you have that. We'll talk more about that in the build, but focusing on comfort here, yeah, you're seeing, I have my Wicked cushions on here. These are the stock cushions that came on it. They're very plush, very soft, and they feel pretty good. But yo, they're completely pleather, and instantly my ears started getting incredibly spicy. So I did slap my Wicked cushions on it here. These are the same ones from the old SteelSeries, and they do fit. I'd say they're a pinch baggy, but nothing bad. They don't move around on you or anything. So again, take a look at these Wicked cushions. Really improves these headsets big time in my opinion. So as far as comfort, can we give it the stinking cozy badge? You know, yes, I really do think we can. Even with those stock cushions that make me stinking sweaty, they're still incredibly comfortable. But I can't say it enough. Wicked, we're gonna talk about that soon, coming up in this video as well right here. But talking about the cushions, putting them on, yo, I could game forever with these things. It's just, gosh, I do give them a stinking cozy badge, but make them very stinking cozy with your Wicked cushions. Now, one of the most controversial areas of the old Arctis Nova Pro, I believe, was build. A lot of people talked about the hinges breaking out of them and everything. I used my Arctis Nova Pro wireless ones for over a year, probably 2 years, something like that. And yes, my hinges got incredibly loose. Go watch the main video and you'll see that right there. But they never broke on me. Talking about these right here, they're on the same kind of hinges, but these are not metal. They're plastic now. It goes plastic, plastic. Your headband's actually plastic up here, but then you got the metal reinforced. But the cool thing is you actually have the screws, if you can see up here into this plastic part, that are embraced up there. So that being, whenever you stretch them out, again, you're not getting the pressure point right down here in the core, kind of dissipating across. Hopefully that makes some sense. But as far as that bracket here, only time will tell. Me using it daily, really kind of not tossing around, but just kind of setting it while I'm testing, really moving it around a lot, still very solid. But one mild Probably cheesy to some that just got on my nerves. Like we saw earlier, that stinking thing falling off right here. It's got two little magnets, one on the top, one on the bottom, and it's got to be sitting on here the right way, just like that. But me, even when I'd go to put my headset on, I'm just like this, and I'd throw it on, just adjust it real quick, bam, and get it on there. Every now and then, these things would just move, and they would fall off like that. That got annoying. I don't know where the heck that other one went, but again, I just wish it was magnetized on there a little bit better, maybe locked into a little clicky hold. Again, it's not the basic core build of the headset, it's a cosmetic deal, but it was just annoying. So now that we know the entire headset is pretty much all plastic, minus the metal reinforced up there, taking a look at the weight, we are getting 350 grams, and it really feels premium in the hand. It really does. I like the product I have right here. Talking about that weight, it's up there, but it's not extremely heavy. Just putting it on, again, right in line with comfort to the build. I like it. I like it across the board. Again, I don't get incredibly worried about it. I twist it up. I've been tossing it around, just testing other products. I don't get worried about it, and the comfort's a win. I give them both a pass. Now let's briefly talk about features and functions. And I'm gonna go about this real quick here because we're gonna talk a lot about it in sound. Of course, as y'all know, it plugs in by USB, but on the back of your dock right back here, you have Xbox and USB, so you can use it on PC, Xbox, Switch, Mac, or your PlayStation 5 as well. When you go to PlayStation 5, just plug it in USB. So make sure if you buy these, you get the Xbox version, not the PlayStation one, because you can use these across every single platform. Then you got the 3.5 cable coming out of it, which plugs in the side, goes into the headset. So yeah, you got a few wires coming out of it. You do. You can actually keep both of these plugged in at the same time. So if you got to go into your PC or Xbox, and you got this one going to PS5 or Mac or whatever you got going on, you can do that, and you can just switch your device right in the little dock right here, which is super cool. But yeah, you got a mess of wires going on, okay? Now looking at the headset, very simple. Back of the ear cup, back left ear cup, mic mute. Then you got your volume rocker here. There's that 3.5 port. And then you have your microphone that just retracts right into the ear cup. Now taking a deeper look at the dock right here. Now you're probably seeing it flicker in the camera. That's just frame rate of the camera. On here it's butter smooth. It just sits there, you know, so you don't got any of that to worry about. But this is what I really love about this device. Number one, it's quality. This wheel is metal, and it's kind of like one of those soft rolling smooth ones, not tactile or anything. It doesn't feel cheap, very solid. But you can dive into here, holding that down, and again, this is where you can get a USB or Xbox, where I was talking about switching it over. This is your back button. Audio options, which you're going to talk a lot about here coming up. Get in here, we got our equalizer, right? So I'll show that up there so you guys can look at it real quick. I'll also throw a screenshot from the software showing up in this, which we'll talk more about in sound. But really cool that you can adjust everything right in here. Your mic mute, your equalizer, all that stuff, your gain. Now I want to show you this mic mute. This is something I really love about the wired version. So you're just sitting here, right? Now you got the mic mute on the headset, but you can also bam, come right here on that and mic muted. I love that because it's just sitting on your desk. Bam, mic muted, bam, unmuted. Very simple and convenient right on a desk. But again, it's super awesome, all the flexibility and options you have within this little DAC sitting right on your desk. So let's go ahead and talk about the sound right here. And you know what? When I'm looking at my monitor that I have here, I'm seeing it still flicker, which I'm sure is driving you guys nuts. So I'm going to unplug that so you don't got to see that flickering down there, right? Talking about the sound, yeah, I do use my preset EQ that I use pretty much across a lot of my devices. But if you noticed on this one, if you watched my previous SteelSeries headset videos, I have the bass just kind of rounded out a little bit more on that. That's not really because of the headset, that's just a preferred sound I like. We all know sound is very subjective, right? Talking core sound of the Arctis Nova Pros, there is more bass in these compared to the previous Arctis Pros. I'm not talking thumpy, we're not talking beats or anything crazy like that, you know what I mean? But there's a significant amount more bass, just making it a fuller sound, rounding out a lot better. The old SteelSeries were very high, very screechy in the highs right there, which is what I looked for then. When I played, hold on, my alarm's going off because I gotta go pick up my son, and I'll be back with you guys to talk about sound. Sorry about that. BRB. Yo, I forgot to turn on the top camera. Left the mics on. Okay, are we live? Yo, I'm so mixed up right now. Okay, I think we're live. All right, so where were we? We were talking about the sound, and I know I talked about there being more bass in it. What was I getting at right here? I should have rewatched this before I came in, but I'm trying to get this here, right? The core sound of this, again, compared to the old ones, more bass for sure. But that also is like what makes this headset exciting, if you caught on my original review, and it still gets me. Like to this day, when I still play it it makes me smile. You all know I'm a big audio nerd. I wouldn't call myself an audiophile, call myself an audio nerd. You know what I mean? And still playing games from No Man's Sky to Halo to Ghost Recon Wildlands, anything like that, it made me smile. There's these instances where I just go there and it just like almost vibrates, or you feel the drivers just rumbling right there. It's not staticky or anything like that. Again, it's fun, it's exciting, and it made me smile, and that was great about it. Again, you being able to tweak it however you want. If you want more highs, you can do that right here. You want more lows, you can do that. All right, controlled by the dock. And the cool thing is it saves to this, and you can take it to any console, your PlayStation 5, your Xbox, if you got the Xbox version again, your PC or anything, it saves to the station. Now I want to touch on one note right here. A lot of people talked about, even in my main video, yo Techne, why aren't you talking about the Sonar software? Sonar software is cool. You can get in there and really play with it. It's quite simple. It kind of holds your hand, dabbling with an EQ if you've never done it before. Lots of presets, lots of mic presets and stuff. It's good software. I don't like using software. If I have the option of any product, it's preferably not to use any software. Like if I use some other headphones, I use an amp, a DAC, and my headphones. And I got multiple headphones for that situation, you know? The thing I love about this right here is that core experience. Even down with the basic EQ, you have a great experience. You don't need to tweak it with stinking software. And by the way, Sonar software only works on PC. It doesn't save to the station. So it's not fair. These aren't the Arctis Nova Pro PC version. They're the Xbox version. A lot of us are gaming on console. You can't use it, so I don't think it's justified. Again, I've been hearing a lot about it out there. Sonar this, Sonar this, Sonar that. Again, I don't, yeah, it's great, but heck, I can sit here and talk about every other headset I always review and talk about Dolby Atmos. It's just not fair. The core experience we have right here in sound is fantastic, great across all genres of gaming, whether that be competitive, story, racing, it's gonna get the job done for you. And still, like I stated it over and over, to this day, I still get excited using this headphone. So I'm sure you can sum up this entire review for yourself. Do I still recommend them? Heck yes. Do I think they're worth the $250 price tag? Yes, I do. Are there improvements that I would like on the headset? Yes. Different ear pads, by the way. Stay tuned. Also, a different thing I would just like is Bluetooth up into the DAC as well. That would be a really cool function to have on the wired option where you can control right there. SteelSeries, that would be really, really awesome feature to have on this. Some of you are probably asking, yo Techne, should I just go with the Arctis Nova Pro wireless? Great headset, packing so many features and functions. It's awesome. Same build, same comfort and everything, right? It does it all. But I cannot stand that active noise cancellation nub hits me right up here, and it's just annoying. And that's why, again, those have not been on my desk, and I can't do last impressions because I haven't been using them that long. I say, go with the wired. So thank you so much for stopping by and watching my last impressions, final impressions, actual user review of the Arctis Nova Pro wired gaming headset. And trust you me, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because this extravaganza is just starting. You're gonna see a lot of me next week. Hope to see you around. Bye now.